Okay, so I've decided to do a video on Reiki for two reasons really, which are actually linked. The first one being I want more people to know what Reiki is, what it's about, what the benefits are. Because it seems like a lot of people don't know what it is, which I was surprised to find out, because it's like I've known about Reiki for many, many years, and I kind of thought that lots of people, or most people, would know what it is. I don't think that's the case. Second reason is to drum up some business, to be completely honest, because I am a qualified Reiki healer now. I've got certificates and everything. Getting business is not as easy as I thought it would be. So I'm doing this in the hopes that more people will try it, really. Try it with me. Nobody else, me. The thing is, I do believe in Reiki. I think it helps on lots of levels, and people are missing out, potentially, on the benefits by maybe not knowing about it, or kind of having a vague idea and thinking, yeah, I'm not sure about that. So hopefully I will dispel any kind of doubts you might have about it. That's the idea anyway. So the reason I decided to be a Reiki healer was because of my interest basically in alternative or complementary therapies. And I got into those because I lost faith with conventional approaches. Now, this is not to slate the NHS, because they do the best, really, but their approach tends to be treat symptoms, generally speaking, often with toxic drugs, which don't work with the body, really. They work against it. And having worked with lots of people who've been on all sorts of drugs for various things, I see that they're not getting a fantastic quality of life. Maybe they're a little bit better than they were, but, you know, they don't have the kind of lives that I think they want. So I'm not a fan of medications, really. And the thing is, people are given medications which have side effects, and then they're given more medication to deal with those side effects. And also, I've worked with people who've had to have sort of regular liver function tests to make sure the drugs are on and not damaging the liver. I mean, what the F is that all about? You take a drug, the idea is to feel better, not to damage your health further. Often, you're given drugs, I know this is about Reiki and I'll get to that, but you're given drugs which initially make you feel worse. And now, I don't know about you, but if I'm going to take a drug because I'm poorly, I want to feel better first, not worse first. And you'll get told, well, you know, eventually you'll feel better. But intuitively, I'm kind of thinking, if my body is reacting to a drug by giving me a headache, by making me feel sick, by making my stomach feel weird, or giving me any other kind of symptoms which are not pleasant, then that is my body saying, I don't like this, don't do it to me. But of course, we listen to the doctors and we persevere, and eventually our body adapts to the medication because it has no choice. Our bodies are amazing things. I mean, we all have this innate intelligence that is there from conception to death. Our body works to keep us well. And our mind, it works to keep us well 24/7 without a break. We cut ourselves, it heals us. We have an infection, it fights the infection. We break a bone and it fixes the bone. Of course, we don't make it easy, do we? Because a lot of us trash our bodies. On a regular basis, and only when we get ill do we actually think that maybe we shouldn't be doing that anymore. If you're a parent and you've had the experience of having a tidy room, your children go in and trash it in like a matter of seconds. You go in, you start tidying up, and as quickly as you're tidying it up, they're trashing it. It's like we can be like that with our bodies, so we're trashing our bodies by doing things that are not good for our bodies. Drinking, smoking, eating crap food, not getting exercise. And our body's there trying to make us better, trying to keep us well, and eventually it gets to the point where it struggles to do that. So what's that got to do with Reiki? Well, nothing per se, but I'm just sort of explaining why I believe in alternative therapies, complementary therapies, because they work with the body rather than against it. Anyway, so what is Reiki? Well, it's a Japanese therapy technique which has been around almost 100 years. It uses Reiki, the word Reiki stands for Universal Life Force Energy, roughly translated. And it's about using that energy to heal. And, you know, a lot of people think it sounds like a load of old shit to me. And I'll be honest, when I first did my training, I was sat there thinking, really? Is this made up? I was a tad sceptical, even though I wanted to believe in it. I thought it sounds great. There was still part of me that's like, I'm not sure. Because I'm quite an analytical, logical person as well. I don't blindly believe things. I don't think that I do. To me, I need to have some kind of proof, which I've had subsequently, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so yeah, a Reiki practitioner, when they're getting trained by a Reiki master, is attuned to this life force energy. Now, I'm not sure if you need to be attuned by somebody else. I don't know if you can attune yourself to it. I'm not sure, but for argument's sake, that's what happens. And once you're attuned to the energy, you have access to it for the rest of your life. So yeah, you may think that sounds a bit airy-fairy, but Reiki does something good. And it never harms, that's the thing. Like, unlike conventional medicine, which can harm, Reiki doesn't. So I believe that Reiki works in two ways, mainly. Firstly, it is very relaxing therapy. And we can't underestimate the value of being able to relax. And the thing is, the way society is at the moment, the way our lives are, we're often under a lot of stress and we never really get a chance to relax. Even if we're sat down on an evening watching TV, we may not still be relaxed because we're thinking about what we've got to do tomorrow and that bill that needs paying and all these things which are keeping us in that state of stress. And as we all know, stress is really bad for you. You know, chronic stress creates all sorts of physical and mental health issues. So a Reiki session allows relaxation. So you create a room which is comfortable and relaxing. So I have a room, this room actually, and when I do a session, the lighting is subdued. I burn some essential oils. There's gentle music. and it's relaxing. So that's the first thing. And I know everybody that I've worked with, given Reiki to, said it is very, very relaxing. You might think, oh well, I don't need to pay you to relax, I'll just relax at home, I'll just put some music on, and yeah, I mean, if you can do that, absolutely do it. For sure. But are you going to relax? Do we relax? I think when you go somewhere to relax and you're paying for it, it's like you'll put more effort into relaxing, which sounds like, is it an oxymoron? But anyway, I think you do. So you get that relaxation, for sure. But it's more than just relaxation. Because like I said, when I first started this, I was like, oh, I'm not sure. And then I started thinking, oh, well, okay, if it's relaxation, that's why it works, because you've just really relaxed. And then when you're relaxed, your body's in rest and recuperate. It can do all the things that it needs to do. Repair, fight infection, blah, 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 blah. So that's why people get well. But it's more than that. I know from the things I feel when I give Reiki that it's more than just relaxation. And also from what people have said. I mean, things I felt. I can feel the heat. People always say that my hands get very warm or even hot. And I can feel that in my hands as a sensation. It's not like it feels hot to me, but I can feel a sensation in my hands. I felt tingling. I felt energies. I mean, there's times when I've thought that the person that I'm working on is like moving, like in a juddery sort of fashion, because I've had to open my eyes and look at them, and they've been perfectly still. But what I'm feeling is a juddering, and I can't really explain it. A lot of the things I experience, I can't really explain at this point in time, but I know I'm feeling it. I've put my hands on people's head and had immediate kind of like sensation of my head being gripped in a vice. Again, that's obviously the energy, I suppose, but I don't know what it means, unless it means that the person is struggling mentally or something. I'm not sure. I've also had something called, it's actually got a name, I didn't realise this when I first felt it, it's called Reiki Rock. So I put my hands on a person's head and I feel this sensation of rocking. I mean, I can stop it from happening, but if I go with it, I just rock from side to side, which is a bit weird. It's quite pleasant, but and that's not something I'm creating. You know, when I give the Reiki, I'm not like, right, I'm going to feel this and I'm going to feel that and this is going to happen and that's going to happen. I've no idea what I'm going to feel or if anything's going to happen, but things do. I've felt pain in various parts of my body where other people have got an issue. What else have I felt? A lot of heat. And my heart, when I first started, my heart, I assume this is energy coming through, but I feel my heart beats like 10 to the dozen. It's a little bit disconcerting, but I think it's okay. I don't think it means I'm going to drop dead at any point, but yeah. And then people I work with report different things, obviously relaxation, but also they've told me that they've had started to come out of the body, floating sensation, felt heat, tingling, pain, seen colours. So something else is going on. I just think it's great. So I want people to know about this and to come and book in. At the moment though, I am providing free 20-minute Reiki sessions just to give you a feel for what it's like. Because I know people don't want to part with the hard-earned cash on something that they're not quite sure about. I understand that. You know, I feel the same. But you've nothing to lose by coming for a free 20-minute session. And even 20 minutes is going to give you a feel for what it's like. And a blast of this healing energy, which I forgot to say, in case you don't know, comes through me, out of my hands. So, I mean, Reiki can help with pain. It accelerates the healing process. Again, because I think part of that, like I said, it is being relaxed. Being relaxed. Because you need to be relaxed for that to happen. Because in a state of stress, your body's not concerned with things like repairing itself, digesting food, your immune system doesn't work properly, so you know it's not interested in fighting infections, things like that. It's interested in getting you ready to fight or run away. And you can see how being in that state for more time than you're not is going to be bad for your health. You know, it makes total sense, doesn't it, really? So a Reiki session allows that time, that downtime, and even if you can't reduce your stress in your life too much, at least if you can give yourself a bit of respite once a fortnight, once a month, or whatever, or once a week, then that is going to be better than not doing that for yourself. So if you're interested in booking a session, then contact me on here. If you want to try the 20-minute free taster session, then contact me on here, and we'll sort that out. Okay, well, I hope that's been informative. Any questions, put them in the comments section and I'll try and answer them. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye bye.